So I'll do a count to lead it in. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Astronaut helmets or whatever. There's some people that like a tighter sound. Tighter sound.
Do it again.
Now the instrument is very well balanced. The other instrument that I have is one that I've played, I think, more than I have any other. The instrument is very well balanced. It's a custom-made ovation. If I were you, I wouldn't take a prejudice to guitars that have plastic backs. Tighter sound. Tighter sound. Tighter sound. It drifts away from the norm. Sounds very much like a dreadnought. Tighter sound.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now the instrument is very well balanced. People that like a tighter sound. Tighter sound. Feel free to experiment around with it. A couple of things I should mention now is that, first off, neither the rhythm through there nor the improvising part over the rhythm were what I would consider the ideal, but I think you get the point nonetheless.
Hey, what's up, everyone? How y'all doing? I guess my camera's a little bit dark. Let me turn up the brightness. We had a great little snafu there in our Discord where I was about to take a transcribing suggestion that was like a real toughie, and then I realized I'd already done it, so that's good. The question becomes, what are we going to do today? That looks a little bit better. All right, cool. What's this? What's this I hear about you guys doing a video? It looks like maybe Strings and such and Mason Crown. You guys are doing a video together? I didn't know about this. How dare you? I think you should transcribe Ralph Stanley's acapella version of Amazing Grace. If you listen closely, you won't hear any guitar. Yeah, we could probably make that happen, man. I love this idea though. Let's just hop in there real quick. Amazing Grace, Ralph Stanley. Let's make sure people know that this is the acoustic guitar part. And then we'll just write a quick performance note that says tacit, which means you don't play anything. And then we'll just get a whole note rest. And, you know, we'll stretch that out. We'll stretch it out so it's full bar. There you go, man. That's the guitar part for Ralph Stanley's Amazing Grace. Thanks for coming to the stream. And that's it for this week. It's been good hanging out. I finished learning it today. I plan to try to do it tomorrow. Oh, you're talking about this video. Hey, what's up, Gans? Speaking of funny conversations, that was a funny conversation we had earlier today. I can't explain the whole thing, but that was a good one. Strings and such, says me and my sister uploading it. Cool, man, cool. Oh, for Banjo Ben's contest. I see. Wait, where's the Lessons with Marcel contest? When are we doing that? Do you guys think it would be fun to do? Do you guys think it would be fun to do a contest? I've been thinking about this actually, and I want to do something kind of different. Do you think it would be fun to do a contest where we like wrote fiddle tunes? Because I think that would be really cool. Like I was thinking, I'm just spitballing here, but it would be cool if we had a contest where everyone like had to write fiddle tunes, and then I got a group of musicians to like perform the fiddle tunes, and then like we put them all together in one video in a massive compilation, and then we could pick a winner, and I'd like send out a bunch of merch or something. I don't know what the prize would be, but I think that would be a fun competition. You should do a contest and give away a Martin. What do you think? I'm just made up money, man. Give away an affordable Martin. Oh, I see. So Banjo Ben's contest, you like learn one of his arrangements and you submit yourself playing it. That's a cool idea. Yeah, a D45 for the winner of the contest. Let's just check on what they're going for. Yeah, it's just a cool like 10K, which is really not that bad when you think about it. Let me tell you, if you want a 45, just go win Winfield. You don't even have to pay for it. Look at Andy Hatfield's guitar, man. Andy didn't pay for that. He won it. What a monster. Oh, I'm in. That sounds cool. Yes to the fiddle tune contest. Yeah, all right. Hell yeah. Maybe we'll make that happen. Yeah. Let me write that down. And I'll come up with a way to do that. I don't know what it would look like right now, but I'll make that happen. By the way, if you're not already in the Discord server, you should join that. I believe there's a link to it in the description. But we do a lot of sort of extracurriculars. Lessons with Marcel, extra activities are going on in there. So if you want to be part of these things, you should definitely get in there. Yeah, in his contest, you either have to play with others or put together a couple of videos of yourself. Oh, cool. Right, so like it takes like a little bit of like potential editing skill too. That's interesting. All right, guys, who's got suggestions? Who's got ideas? What are we transcribing today? Where's Dale? According to the Discord, Dale is playing Destiny 2, so you know how that's going. I got my D10 Electric Red Series for under $1K. Although it's not a real Martin. It's got more credibility than any other headstock I have. Yeah, that's cool. My Martin that I had for a long time, which is in the closet over there, is one of the Mexico-made like laminate Martins, and I love that thing. it was actually kind of invincible. It was a good like road guitar. It was always in tune, and it took a beating. You know, when you play old guitars, you can't really do that. The one that I play and all the live streams, yeah, I hardly take anywhere. P4 says John Henry. Which John Henry, man? Give me specific John Henry. Actually, there was a request right at the beginning of the stream. Who said? John said, "Have you transcribed All of Tomorrow by Billy Strings yet?" John, if you're still in here, let me know. If you're still here, we'll look at that one. I mean, if you bounce though, I'm not looking at your suggestion. Marcel, I don't think you've done No More Paper Logs. Jeez, you know, I don't think I have done that one. I think you're right. I feel like that's something that we've searched for on the website before. Yeah, I don't see that. Let's look at that. From the Don Julian days. Are you particular to a specific video, Cole? I'm seeing a lot of different live renditions. Are you into a specific live version? Is there an album version? Tell me what you like. I feel like this one is the one that I've seen before.
Beers out of the shop.
Yeah, it's fine. No, man.
We're trying to get a sponsorship. Okay, good one to have. All right.
Yeah, I already picked it. Yeah, me and Cole are on the same page.
Go.
All right, let's go.
Going.
How fast do you recommend cross-picking 160 BPMs triplets, alternate picking 160 BPM 16th notes, and boom check rhythm as a solid foundation? I feel like your numbers are a little bit crazy. How fast do you recommend cross-picking? Yeah, I feel like most people can't cross-pick at 160, but I feel like we're having a confusion about BPMs. You must be feeling them on the double, so you're probably actually doing maybe 80 BPM triplets. I mean, here's the thing, like a true bluegrass 160, where you're feeling the click on beats 1 and 3, you're not feeling 1, 2, 3, 4. Like if you're playing with the metronome, God, I'm explaining this in such a confusing way. Let me explain it this way. So if you're I'm sorry, that was bad. That was a bad way to get started. Okay, here we go. So if you're listening to a metronome at 180, which sounds or this is 80, it sounds like this. Up, 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 down, down, up, down, down, up. You could cross pick like that as triplets. And you could feel a metronome like that, but most bluegrass musicians don't do that. They feel that as twice as fast. So, for instance, you could feel this as each part of a boom chuck. All right, you could feel boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck. But most bluegrass musicians don't use the metronome like that. They feel it twice as fast. All right, so. And this leads to confusion about what 80 BPMs sounds like in bluegrass, right? 80 BPMs could be crazy slower, it could be a little bit faster. So when you say 160, we have the same discrepancy, right? So 160 could feel like this, or twice as fast. So I imagine that when you say cross-picking 160, you don't mean what I just said. I think you're feeling it on the half, which means that you're probably cross-picking at 80 BPMs. Does that make sense? Again, I feel like that was still such a confusing explanation. So now that tempo thing is kind of taken into consideration, most bluegrass jams are going to be played, you know, between maybe 90 and 120 are really real-world tempos. If you're getting faster than that, if you're pushing towards 140 or 160, yeah, it's getting towards tunes that are more arranged. People will start memorizing breaks, or maybe you're only doing that with a band that you gig with regularly, or maybe it's a jam that's a bunch of like masterclass musicians. Your average like bar bluegrass jam or like church basement bluegrass jam, probably not going to get that fast, just in general. Hope that makes sense. Okay, cool. Let's go back to transcribing this. All right, here we go. Hey, what's up, Joe? I assume this is the break that we're going to transcribe. Down like square parts, so I think that we should start after he does the strumming thing, sort of where that line actually begins. So this seems like it's happening actually before like that A part actually starts, but let's start right there. I hear that dirty third. And I think it's time to slow it down. Let's hit the settings wheel and let's listen to that back again. Sounded like kind of a pull off. So this probably starts on beat 2. Because now this is definitely beat 1. Right here, that's B1. So I guess the truth is even different, right? It's almost like it's more of like a beat 4 pickup. So it probably feels like that, right? This is before the form, and this is kind of like where that break actually begins. That's what it feels like to me, at least. All right, let's keep going. So I felt a little strum happening. Definitely a parentheses kind of thing. Do-da, ba-da, da-da. Maybe like that. The drone again. Feels like that to me. I guess these felt more like quarter notes, didn't they? Let's listen to that again. Wait a second. Right. So Da do da da da. Feel like that. Let's get our measures worked out too. What guitar does Billy have in this? I'm not sure. I can't see very well. How many shave and a haircut endings should a picker know? It's a good question. But it's not just about how many you know. It's about how you can vary the ones that you already know. So, for instance, you know, one of the I call these tags, by the way. One of the most famous tags is this guy. Right, and this is like the Tony Rice tag. Let's label it, right? So this is a popular tag ending that Tony would use. And you can take this and you can create variations just of this concept, right? This isn't a new lick. This is all the same elements taking up the same length of time. I've just rearranged how they work. So it's the name of the game isn't necessarily knowing more licks. The name of the game is like how many different ways, how creative can you be with the licks that you already know. So here's another one. Actually, my last measure was the same, but that's okay. But you can see that I could potentially write these forever. And that's the skill. That's the much more useful skill, right? And all of these would be cool tag endings. So the first one was the second one, third one, fourth one. And they all do the same job. They all function as tags, but they're all built off of this one original tag. And it's a really good example of what's shave and a haircut. If that's a real question, it's this. Because it's shave and a haircut, two bits. And this takes up the same length of time as a shave and a haircut. It's just a more interesting lick for me to demonstrate my point. There's a quote from a famous jazz musician. I don't remember who said it. He probably didn't even actually say it. It's probably made up. But the quote is that you can learn 10,000 different licks, or you can learn 10 licks, and you can learn to play each of them 10,000 different ways. And like kind of the virtue they're extolling there is that you can sit down, you can try to learn all the licks in the world, but it's probably not going to be useful as, you know, taking a few licks and, you know, just iterating on them, which is what people like Tony Rice did. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going with our transcription already. That felt like a quarter note to me. I imagine this is going to be the same. Okay, so we're going to go into a different lick. I felt like a little, I called it a garbage strum one time. You know, just a little like nothing. Hit some open strings right there. Okay. Feels like we're doing this chromatic thing. We're going up and back down maybe. I hear that minor to major third. I'm going back to the root, and then that felt like some kind of maybe, you want to write it like this, like a triplet pull off. Maybe that was an actual pull off as well. Let's listen again. Right, so after that, we're kind of recycling this drone idea. Cool. I think that's the beginning. I should probably play along with this just to make certain, because I haven't played any of it yet. Feels right to me. I think I'm gonna put a quarter note right there and then copy and paste that. Felt like that happened. All right. Another quarter note here. Da do da da da. Yeah. How do I eliminate bright and annoying pick noise? I'm using a Dunlop Gator 2mm pick. I do not hear the stuff whenever pros play. Like just the sound of the pick hitting the string? Sounds like he repeats the third instead of going back to the tonic in bar 9. Man, I know exactly the moment you're talking about. Talking about right here, it sounds like he plays the open B string. Man, I believe you. I believe you. I'm not even gonna listen to it. How do I eliminate bright annoying pick noise? Let's get to that. That's a good question, man. I mean, to some extent, you're just gonna get pick noise. I mean, your pick has to contact with the string. I'm not sure if I have a brilliant answer for that, other than the equipment answer. I'm not a huge fan of those Gator picks. And honestly, I normally don't go all the way up to 2mm. I normally play like 1.2 or 1.5. I normally don't even go that high. I mean, that's pretty common. A lot of those big players are playing like the blue chips like 50s or 60s, which are 0.2 and 0.5. Good question though, man. I wish I had a better answer. Strings such says, I get you, Blake. Yeah, if anyone else has a better answer about pick noise and how they've eliminated it, I mean, get in there. Because I don't have the answer. Hey there, just curious if you've ever done a tab for the performance Billy Strings did at Carter Vintage Guitar. Depends which one you're talking about, man. He's done a bunch of videos for Carter Vintage. The one that you're probably talking about is the one that he plays In Control and Thirst Mutilator on. And I do have a copy of that. If you email me at help@lessonswithmarcel.com, I can get you a copy of that one. Ever tried a wood pick? Yeah, I have. I think that, what I really like from picks is like the rigid quality. Not even necessarily, a specific thickness, but just that they don't give. And so wood picks tend to give more. And for bluegrass, it's not great. If you were just like laying down a rhythm track in the background, it could work really well. Anyway, next phrase. Man, I feel like that's gonna go the same way. That was a little bit of a yikes moment from me. Joy to the world. I don't know what it actually was. It's some like kind of failed chromaticism. I think because he put the syncopation on this note, and no one wants to hear more of that note. I think it kind of ended up funky. Okay, so it sounds like straight diatonic on that first one, and then chromatic on the second one. Oh man, was this one even open B? Crazy. Yeah, funky. Not my favorite thing. But that's okay. Alright, repeat until the cows come home. Let's conservatively write, I don't know, 2 more measures of that. Let's see what he actually does. Okay, so it's not quite that long. Sound like that to me. That was actually different. Yeah, it sounds like there's some kind of like, you know, some kind of dirty note down there, but he goes straight back to G. Maybe F right there. Alright. Definitely hear that. We'll write it like this. We might be hitting, you know, more or less strings, but that's the idea. Let's see, what else we got? Marcel, what are the chances of a separate Billy Strings John Henry video? I need this so bad. It depends, man. I'm not sure I know exactly which performance you're talking about. I normally make videos on things that, like, you know, I get multiple people asking for. Every once in a while I'll just do something weird that I like, but yeah. Who inspires you the most as a musician? I'm sorry for all the random questions. I just enjoy hearing your take on things. It's alright, man. Who inspires me the most? You know, I'm kind of a weird one. I obviously like improvising. You know, I really like sort of the competitive nature of everyone getting out there and saying their own thing. But I also really enjoy like songwriting more than anything else, and I've kind of always been like that. Even when I was a kid, I enjoyed, you know, writing songs more than improvising, and now it's probably about equal. But sort of as a songwriter, what's been, you know, scratching that itch is going on TikTok, and I've entered you know, songwriter TikTok. Whereas I scroll through, it's just like little snippets of songs that people have written. And some of them are so clever. And some of them are kind of like missed concepts where I see it and I'm like, oh, I could write something that like, that executes on that idea better. Not that I'm stealing their ideas or their like, you know, specific, you know, melodies or rhyme structures or anything like that. But I see what they're going for and I just think I could put a twist on that idea and execute on it. And that is super inspiring to me. There's just all these musicians like throwing out these brilliant song ideas and no one's like hiding them. No one's like, or ashamed of their ideas. Some of them are awful, some of them are great, and like it probably makes me want to play my guitar and write songs more than anything that more than anything else that I've seen in like the last 10 years. It's honestly really cool. And I'm not a huge fan of TikTok or any of that other stuff, but something about just seeing a bunch of people writing songs and sharing them is really cool. I also don't think it was Thirst Mutilator. It was the one that was just Billy with a 1935 Martin D18. Would anyone know if there's a tab for that one? Okay, let's look at this real quick. I'll look this up for you, man. Let's figure out what tune he's actually playing in that video. Yeah, right, so in the beginning of this video, he's playing a song called In Control, and then halfway through, he starts playing Thirst Mutilator. That's like the B part of Thirst Mutilator right there. So, yeah, man, I definitely have that tab. Like I said, just email me, help@lessonswithmarcel.com, and I have a tab that's that entire video. But yeah, the tune is In Control in the beginning, and the second half is Thirst Mutilator. I started going to bluegrass festivals in Wisconsin this year, and my mind was blown. I love the jams that pop up all over the place. My question is, what are 5 essential songs I need to know to join in? Oh yeah. All right. Cool question. So you're asking a good question, but let's talk about that. So so generally when you go to jams, there's 2 different kinds of songs that pop up, right? There's instrumentals and there's vocal tunes. So if you're going to a jam, you got to make sure that you know a handful of both of those categories. If you're not much of a lead player, maybe you can just learn the chord changes to the instrumentals, but it still helps to be a rhythm player to play those instrumentals. So anyway, the fiddle tunes that get called the most in my mind are Salt Creek, Red Haired Boy, Cherokee Shuffle, and maybe Big Scioto, depending on where you are regionally. And Big Mon is really popular around me too. Big Scioto, by the way, kind of a weird spelling. It's SCIOTA, is Scioto. If you're talking about vocal tunes, oh man, there are so many vocal tunes you can learn. But some of the standard like group sing-along ones that are really useful are Rollin' in My Sweet Baby's Arms and New River Train, which are basically the same song, but are very useful to know. Old Home Place is a standard that gets played all the time. Rabbit in the Logs, another great tune that gets played all the time. What are some other ones? My mind goes blank. On My Way Back to the Old Homes, another standard that's really good. Little Girl of Mine in Tennessee is sort of becoming, I feel like it's blown out more since the Michael Davis, Chris Thile record. It's another great tune to learn. All of those are real simple G tunes. Like if you want to call a tune and have no one else get lost, and it's just real communal, those tunes aren't going to confuse anyone. Look, Gantz, making connections. You two have fun together. All right. I did hear one of those garbage drums. That's not a good term. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Cool. Da 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 da. I think I heard this. Maybe not. I'm honestly blown away that you aren't familiar with Billy's fretboard journal, John Henry. It's the reason I started playing. I'm sorry, man. I'm not, despite talking about Billy a lot on the channel, I'm not a huge Billy Strings fan. I don't listen to Billy Strings a lot in my spare time. But I listen to new albums when they come out and stuff. Like I'm with it. It's just not my favorite thing in the world. I'm also it's weird, but I'm kind of from a different bluegrass generation. I found bluegrass because of Old Crow Medicine Show and Devil Makes Three. I listen to a different thing. If I was getting into bluegrass right now, I'm sure I would love Billy Strings. But yeah, I'm already into bluegrass. Thank you so much. I wrote all those down as you said them. I'll try to learn them all. I like rhythm, lead, and singing. Awesome, man. Marcel, improv something for us. Yeah, sure. Do you want me to improv something good or something bad? What's the song I sing? Well, every time it rains, Lord, I run to my window, and all I do is just hang my head and moan. Well, listen to that thunder, Lord, I can hear that lonesome wind moan. Well, tell me, baby, now why you been gone so long? Well, tell me, baby, so long, you've been gone so long now. Tell me, baby, now why you been gone so long? The wolf is scratching at my door and I can't hear that lonesome moan. So tell me, baby, now why you been gone so long? In my head. And there's more lines. Pass me pictures in my head. I could kill it with a thunderbird or write a sad, sad song. Like, tell me, baby, now why you been gone so long? But tell me, baby, now why you been gone so long? You've been gone so long now. Tell me, baby, now why you been gone so long? The wolf scratching at my door, lordy, lordy, I can hear that lonesome moan. Tell me, baby, now why you been gone so long? Anyway, that's enough grooving. No more happiness around here. It's not my best work. I'm happy. What's up, Hangover? Thanks for dropping by. I can't actually hear what these, like, few notes are. Gotta listen again. I would guess that, man, I would guess that it's that. It's a little rough for me to hear that one. Love those chord voicings. Thanks, man. They are the same ones I use every time. Alright, let's keep going up. Is that minor to major third, man? Whenever you hear that, it stands out. When are you having a live stream concert? You're amazing. Every week on Tuesday, man. What's the name of your band, Marcel? I have no band. Marcel and the Marcelettes. No, but I should self-plug. I'm so bad at this. But if you want to look up my album, it's called Trader. Just type my name into whatever you listen to music on. You can find my album. You always say it's not your best work, but it's always outstanding. I think that's just what people do. I think it's like you've spent time as a road musician playing like a million gigs, and you know that like you can get really tight if you actually work on it. But I haven't gigged regularly in years now, which is weird to say. But so when I do play songs, I know it's not up to my old snuff, but that's fine. One day we'll have a concert and it will be my best. Alright. I hear the Tony Rice repeater. Wonder how many times he actually did it. Write it all in one measure. Okay, fix that for me. Thank you. I think it was something like that. Sounded like you did it again. You convinced me to go to my first jam. It was great. Thank you for the confidence. Oh man, I'm so glad you went to your first jam. And I'm glad that it went well too, man. It's kind of spooky the first time. Chris, Marcel, thanks for all your lessons. Thanks for watching them, man. People don't watch them, then I don't make them. I'm glad you enjoy them. Yeah, I need to go to my first jam now. I feel like I haven't been to a jam in so long. I've forgotten how it works. How are we doing here? I feel like we've slammed through so much. Wow, we've transcribed so much already. I didn't realize this was such a long break, guys. I probably wouldn't have taken this one on if I had you know, clocked that it was so long. Yeah, I might have to move on to something else. I hate to do that. I hate to leave these unfinished. This is just, this is a little bit of a marathon one, I suspect. Da-da-dum. Okay. I think the second time it was a drone to the open D string. I think that's what's going on. D minor pentatonic, perhaps? Maybe it's still just G minor pentatonic, actually. Do like I do, hide behind an amp. Seriously, some of the best educational musical content on YouTube. Thanks so much, man. I got a Tony Rice break that knocks socks off. Tony Rice unit, IBMA Fan Fest, Tunis 9-pound hammer. Tony's Break It Around 530 is over the top. Is that the black and white video where he's playing with the Bluegrass album band, or is that the All-Star Jam that's recorded later on, like in the 90s or something? There's this black and white footage from IBMA where I even think he's wearing glasses. I think Tony's wearing glasses. Is that the one you're talking about? If that's the one you're talking about, we maybe do that. How much? Okay, let's do this. Let's see how much more time we got here. How much more time we got in this thing? Okay, so it's like another 20 seconds. 20 seconds translates to actually quite a bit of time to transcribe. I'm gonna finish this part. I think that's the move. I'm gonna finish this part and then we'll move on to something else. What happened? was 2 Bs in a row. What's up, Adam? I've only been flat picking for about a year, but I know I'm a lot further along than I would be thanks to your channel. Thank you so much, Adam. Also, you guys are always nice throwing out these donations. You don't have to do that. You know, I'm just hanging out for free, but I appreciate it, Adam. I'm glad you've gotten a lot further with the channel. If you have any questions, toss them in the chat. Remember, we're doing Q&A too. If you guys got anything you want to know or anything you just want to ask me, if you want recommendations on like my favorite games for the Sega Genesis, if you want to know how to get past the lava level in Aladdin, just ask that and I'll tell you. God, it was something like that. I clocked that going the wrong direction. It goes like that. Foolish of me. Sounds like he picks all of it the second time too. Okay, I'm not going to write all this next part, but if you're figuring it out at home, that's how it starts. And this is that whole Billy break. It's quite a bit. I can't believe I wrote down so much. How long have we been streaming? We've been streaming for like an hour on this one thing. I can't even look at the whole thing at the same time. What a mess, man. That's not the rhythm at all. It's so hard to make mistakes like other people. That's okay enough playthrough in my book. You know, real, medium, right down the middle, Randy Newman. I'm okay with that. No more paper logs. Billy strings. Yeah, let's save this thing. Save your work. Save your work is like a dead meme around these parts now because no one's working from home. When everyone was working from home, Save Your Work was like the height of Lessons with Marcel comedy. And now, where's the meme gone? It's sad. I've been playing the exact same level of bad at Sonic since I was 8. I'm almost 40 now, and I'm just awful at it. Wait, which level, man? You got to tell me which level it is, and I'll help you out. But if you don't tell me which level, we can't talk about it. Here's the thing, is that the hardest level in the first Sonic game is definitely that damn underwater level. And the level right after that is Starlight Zone, which has the best music. So it's really stressful in a playthrough because you get to the underwater level and you're freaking out because you're like, oh, I got to get to Starlight Zone. Like, I got to hear that banger music, but like you're not going to make it through the water level because you haven't honed your skills. It's a tough gamer moment. Is learning other instruments a good investment of musical practice time, or is it just taking away time from mastering the guitar only? I personally, I think you should invest most of your time into one instrument, but what's really good about learning the other instruments is that you learn more about how they function in the band dynamic as a bluegrass musician. So as a, if you're playing more mandolin, you'll hear things that guitar players do that you don't like, and now as a guitar player you will no longer do those things because you know what it's like to do the mandolin roll. So yeah, you have to take on some of those. For me, as a guitar player who's mostly doing like rhythm section work, the other big rhythm section instruments are going to be mandolin and upright bass, which are the two other instruments that I play, and that's probably the most useful to me. Short of a few songs I learned from you, I'm brand new to playing. What do I need to start with to widen my ability to play solo or jamming? Excuse me. Yeah, man. A big mistake that a lot of people make when they're, that I see a lot of new players coming to bluegrass making, is that they're really interested in specific breaks. They're really interested in specific songs, and I think they know on some level, but they don't quite grasp that if you show up at the bluegrass jam and you're like, hey, let's play, whatever weird instrumental off the new Bela Fleck record, no one knows it. People are only there to play like traditional numbers. So when you say that you've only learned a few songs from me, that worries me. I'm like, oh, did you learn, a Billy Strings break here, a Tony Rice break there? You should learn some traditional numbers. You should learn some of those fiddle tunes we talked about earlier. You should learn some of the classic singing songs, because that is the shared language that we actually jam on. Very rarely do we jam on, Manzanita. That's less common. Transcribe some stash. I'd have to do 2 staffs. There would have to be like the screeching, strange vocal staff, and then, on the smaller side, on the other side of the system, then the guitar part. We should listen to Stash's like Kentucky Waltz or something. He's a monster player. Like, Stash, if you see this, I love your playing. You've done lots of cool stuff. I find it hilarious that there's people that have only seen your like avant-garde craziness. And so people watch that and they're like, who is this guy? And they don't realize that, like, oh, he's a fabulous guitar player as well. Like the very first level where you can't just hold the run button anymore. I'll admit that I haven't ventured from GCGD progressions. Kentucky Waltz. Oh, you're talking about Stash's Kentucky Waltz. Yeah, see, we all know. Okay. Let's listen to this real quick. If you haven't heard this yet, you're welcome.
The Kentucky Waltz.
Let's turn it up. I'd like to reiterate that Stash is an incredible guitar player, and this is just like a bizarre deconstruction of what it means to bluegrass. Anyway, continue.
And I was the boy that was lucky. All ended too soon. As I sit here alone.
I love it. We should get Stash on the channel. Let's do an interview. Jacob says, howdy everyone. Jacob just came in for like the best moment on stream. May I suggest also to practice soloing with a metronome or backing track? That's an excellent suggestion, Adam. Yeah, I maybe let's do like a soft plug for Strum Machine. The stream is not sponsored by Strum Machine, but Strum Machine is run by Luke. He's one of my good musician friends now. Excellent product for jamming along to things. Please check out Strum Machine. And if you go to strummachine.com/Marcel, I think you get 30 days free. So check that out. Opa. For real though, I just took a lesson with him today, and he's pretty out there. Are we talking about Stash still? Yeah, I bet he is. Holy Julian Lodge. Yeah, this is Julian. Julian doesn't get near this weird. This is off the charts, man. It's over 9,000. God. It's very cool. Shameless plug. It is a shameless plug. I didn't even get paid for the plug. That's the rough thing. Have you heard Billy Strings? Everything's the same. Yeah, I think we did a video on that one. I seem to remember doing a video on that one.
And we're alone. Everything's the same.
You know, this guy's an okay guitar player, but you know what he really needs? In the background of this shot, he needs a bunch of LEDs. Like if he had a bunch of blue LEDs, he'd look like a real YouTuber. Anyway, this is our video on Everything's the Same. You can get the tab on the website as well. Happy to help. Molly Tuttle over Billy Strings. You know, I was talking about this with a student the other day, and this is how I explained it. Online, there's a lot of videos of me, like the one we just watched, of me playing along with famous players. You know, I play along with Billy Strings, I play along with Tony Rice, I play along with whoever. And it's not always at full speed. A lot of times it's at like 90% speed or something. I almost always mention that it's not full speed. And you'll notice that there's very few videos of me playing along with Molly Tuttle. In fact, I can think of several videos, like the White Freightliner video and the Cold Rain and Snow video, where I don't even attempt to play the break. I just show the tab on screen because it's hard as hell. So you know, at least I can like get through the Billy Strings breaks, but the Molly Tuttle breaks I don't even attempt. That's the truth, man. You're right on it, Blake. Julian would be a good interview. Yeah, well, if anyone's got Julian's number, let me know. Yeah, I'd love to talk to him. Nice, I'll go back and check it out. Yeah, definitely. Scott, would you do me a favor? Would you remember to leave a comment on that guy's video and let him know that he needs more LEDs in the background? Maybe like a cool blue that would make him look like a real YouTuber. Love your videos, bro. Didn't know you live stream. I have learned a lot from you. Thank you for that. No problem, man. Happy to help. Happy to help. Yeah, anyone got any more suggestions? Maybe we could even like build an arrangement here on stream or something. If anyone's got a tune that they're working on. Large crowd tonight. We have been doing okay today. Yeah, we hit 40 a couple times. Getting nervous. No, it's been a good night. You know, actually the last couple streams have been really good. Eli Gilbert, the universe. Eli Gilbert could probably put the universe in his wingspan. We were just talking about how tall Eli Gilbert is in the Discord, and I I saw Eli Gilbert at IBMA. Oh my God, that dude is tall. I wouldn't call myself a short individual. I'm 6 foot, and Eli Gilbert, he made me look so small, like he could just crush me. Ricky Skaggs Rawhide Challenge, 200 BPMs. Ricky Skaggs Rawhide Challenge, 200 BPMs. That sounds like a clickbait YouTube video, like 3 a.m. Ricky Skaggs Rawhide Challenge, 200 BPM. gone wrong. Don't click. Secrets by Sierra Hull about 228. I feel like that could be a fun suggestion. You suggested that last time, didn't you? We didn't get to it. I wasn't here for the beginning. Clyde, we're just hanging out. We're just chit-chatting right now. We are kind of transcribing on the side. There was a really long transcription that I did at the beginning of the stream, and I'm low-key stalling a little bit before I start another one. You know, actually, in actual fact, we've done 2 transcriptions today. We did this transcription of the guitar part for Ralph Stanley's a cappella performance of Amazing Grace. And then we did the transcription of No More Paper Logs, Billy Strings. So I count that as a win. That's 2 full transcriptions. Maybe a Trey Hensley break. You guys know I like Trey Hensley. You're baiting me now. I see all the suggestions rolling in now. All right, we got to do a Russell suggestion because he said it before it was cool. And we're all hipsters here. Let's see. Secrets. Sierra Hull, you said the break is at 228.
You can't keep the secret anymore.
That's like an interesting break. That's not just like bluegrass slop. Are you trying to feed me healthy food over here, man? What's that? Jacob says, Marcel, how's your little hotkey supercomputer thing working out? This is what he's referring to. This is how I plan to jack into the mainframe and become a computer myself. Maybe one day I will become one of my own transcriptions, and you will no longer be able to separate the author from the artwork. Yeah, to say it simply, this thing is super loud, so I'm a little reluctant to use it on stream. Let's see. now that I've shown it off, let me demo it. It's also, you know, the whole idea was that I would be able to continue holding my guitar while I wrote things, but it's a little tough for sure. Let's see if I can actually write something. I'm going to try to write. Going well so far. I feel like I have the wrong key bindings on. Nope. Well, I guess not a good first demo is what we've learned here. So I spent some time setting out my key bindings. Oh, there we go. I didn't have number lock on. Whoops. Okay, let's try to write out some, maybe like, what am I already writing down? I'm writing down Red-Haired Boy. Oh, man. It's so hard to do with one hand. So I guess we could say that this is working out not great, but I'm still very interested in getting good at it. Nope. Bum. Need quarter notes. Bum. Need eighth notes. Ba-dum. Da-dum. Need quarter notes. Bum. Okay, so there's that. Not my best work. Transcribing with the, once again, we are using the robo hand to transcribe. Robo hand, not my fave. Those clicky blue switches could have been silent. Hey, don't tell me what to do, man. I'll do what I want. Also, this is a package deal. This is an impulse buy. Okay, so that's not That's not my fave, but I do want to show you what my new fave is. As long as we're testing out the transcription oddities, I would like to show you another one, if I may. And that is this wonderful gadget that I got. So I received a 1/4" to MIDI device that should allow me to play something on the guitar and then have it immediately appear in Guitar Pro. And I want to show you how it works. All right. How it works in Magic. All right. So there's a little device down there, and it turns all of these electric guitar notes into ones and zeros, and they should automatically appear in Guitar Pro. And let me tell you, boy, does it work. It works. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this thing rocking, and then you guys are gonna love it. I love that response. You do what you want, Marcel. Look like a 2021 Power Glove. That's exactly what I posted in the Discord. I posted a picture of the Power Glove. That's funny. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? I feel like I'm doing something wrong to set this up. And this thing was so much fun when I got it working. Okay, that's working. We're now definitely spending time on stupid things, which I'm okay with. Oh, it's doing things. Oh, okay. All right, so here we go. Once again, to reiterate what is happening here, my telly is now hooked up directly to Guitar Pro. So if I play a note, it tries to write down what that note is. Now you may notice that it is not the most accurate thing in the world. So if I play a hit phrase like that, it just writes total gibberish. Oh god, this is like the worst product demo. I love it. Okay, and here's the best part. By the way, none of this is configured correctly. That's why it's not working. The best part is we should be able to listen to this back. Okay. Sorry. Here we go. Let's just do it. Definitely what I played, boys. So, let's see if we can like hit some of the hits now. What if I played like a cool Mary Had a Little Lamb? And now here we go. Once again, here's the beautiful transcription. Take a listen. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Maybe MIDI tapping isn't the future. You non-believer, shun the non-believer. All right, my favorite demo is the shred demo though. So let's just set it up as 16th notes and let's play some stuff. Okay, there's my stupid Bluegrass lines on a telly, and it sounds like. All right. And that is the end of MIDI transcription with Marcel. Oh man, I hope you all enjoyed our little foray into the future. That's what all music will sound like in the year 2022. Give it a few years. Okay, so so here's the thing. I think that it can work a lot better. I think that if I okay, wait a second. $5 if you play the chord in the third note. I didn't even see that, man. Look at this beast that it wrote down here. It heard me play one note and it was like, you know what that probably is? Oh, it's great. So I think that you can actually you can configure this better so it works better for sure. And I think you might have to do some like tricks to your guitar, like for instance putting like a piece of foam up against the bridge so that way the strings don't actually ring out that much, or you bumping another string doesn't make it want to transcribe that note. But yeah, it's not perfect. It's certainly not perfect. So yes, I don't think I'll be using that product, though I love it and I may use it for other things. I don't think this is the application that we've all been looking for. I wish, man. Apparently, if you have just a legitimate MIDI guitar, like a special guitar that's built just to do this, a glorified like Guitar Hero controller, that it works really well, and you can transcribe directly into Guitar Pro. But with the product that I'm using, which I won't name because I obviously haven't tried very hard to configure it, it does not work great. All right. One active pickup would probably help too. So I put that was with it on my neck pickup, which is what the instruction said to do. I don't know. Glad you guys enjoyed that. That is the future of transcription. I didn't even think about demoing that today. I'm glad I thought of that. All right. I don't think I want to do this Sierra Hole Secrets break. I love that we brought it up. I think it's a cool break. I don't think it's going to be the one for the rest of today. I bet the Casio synth guitar would work well with it. I bet it would too. Someone send me your Casio MIDI guitars. PO Box number 120. Okay. Guys, what else are we going to transcribe? Here, let me scroll back up and let me look at some suggestions before we got totally derailed. I missed this comment that says Marcel equals Skynet, which I appreciate. Owen said, how about a Trey Hensley break? And that is, see, that's my language. Marcel Tech Tips. Marcel's music tech tips. Whispers of the North, TR. God, I feel like we did that recently. I don't know why. I feel like that's something we did for Hangover.
We can't fly.
Sample that into lo-fi. Ooh, Blake's got the answers. Okay, I'm into this Whispers of the North thing, but brief aside, that if you haven't checked out Tony Rice Lo-Fi Volume 2, you should listen to it.
How do I do it? Well, it's a good question.
Can anyone tell me what movie those clips are from? This isn't hard by any means. I'm just asking. Does anyone know what movie that is?
It's a good question.
All right, now that we're here, we gotta listen to the drop.
I'm sorry, good question. It's like explore the fingerboard while the band plays it changes. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. You gotta rehearse.
Make a fool of yourself.
Yeah.
So the in the background of this, there's a clip of Tony Rice saying, "Here we go." Listen for it. He says in the background, it's pitched up, and it says, "Here we go."
Make a fool of yourself.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go. And he's not actually saying "here we go" in the clip. He's saying the words "can be cold," and I had to chop it up to make it sound like "here we go" because I really wanted, like, those kind of like classic, like Fatboy Slim little interjections, and I thought "here we go" would be so cool, but the closest I could find was "can be cold," and it sounds so convincing. It blows my mind.
Here we go.
The editing of that video on that one was super cool. Oh man, the editing's easy, man. This in like Premiere Pro, there's like opacity layers where you can just change sort of how the layers are interacting with each other when they overlap each other, so you'll have different things that say like like difference maps and stuff like that. And if you just select random ones of those and just stack up a bunch of footage, you're like, oh, this is just every like lo-fi video ever. So I'm glad you like the video, now that I've told you that I put this much work into it. I'll tell you who did not like that video was all the people who were just watching our stream, which is hilarious to me. You know what? 15 people who just left, we didn't want you here anyway. If you're not going to listen to our Tony Rice lo-fi beats with us, we don't need you here. I showed these to my friend who makes EDM music. He was really impressed. He said splicing the clips together is much harder than making your own sounds. Yeah, if you listen to the original Tony Rice track, it's like, well, that's what it is. It is a different song, but yeah, this is the song that all the music comes from. So you can hear like little snippets of things that I like latched onto and turned into entire sections of the song. But yeah, you're right. It does. It takes time. I have been working on Volume 2 since before I released Volume 1. Trey Hensley, Born with the Blues. Now, see, there's a suggestion that's going to take me off of this nonsense loop that I'm on. Let's go.
Well, it's time that I left Mobile. I'm thinking Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, what a monster. Let's find the real guitar break.
I really lit the fuse. I rode off into the night. Long they've ever saw.
Drop D. Yeah, I'm down to do this. I mean, it sounds hard though. Hard things scare me. Okay, let's do it. We gotta slow it down like immediately. Whoa, wrong screen. Whoopsie doodle. There we go. I gotta say, I think this is drop D. Let's get that under our currently transcribing. Yeah, cool. I got what's going on. Yeah, cool. So let's reflect that before we even get started. What was that? Let's reflect some of that in the tab. I just had like a horror movie jump scare over here. Something moved in the background, and I was like, and let's make it say drop D. Cool. And then it sounds like we are starting over here, that part of the fretboard. I'm not fast enough, my guy. It's not pentatonic. Not pentatonic at all. Cool. Yeah. Okay, right. And then right there that happens. So this is a pre-bend. Like a pre-bend release of a half step. That's a monster lick already. Felt like a half note. Yeah, almost like there's a little note that gets hit there. I wonder if it does shift up right there. Let's just write what I think it is. Making me think, Trey. I don't want to think, man. Doesn't start on 9 though, maybe it starts on 10. Right. There's another note right here. I'm not sure exactly what the note is, but it could be 12th fret right there. Nice. So then it's same trick. Now playing that note twice. So another pre-bend release, still a half step. Monster break. Right. Da 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 da. Then I think we got like a quick bend. How'd that phrase work? I wrote this on the wrong fret. Oh, it's so cool. I hear Trey play this like all the time, and I never play that. So like such a like distinctive Trey Hensley lick. Da 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 do. Feels like a backstepping phrase now. I think he slides. I think Trey's a big liar. I think he slides, but he picks either side of the slide. Right. I'm gonna write a slide right here. And then crazy notes happen. Is it just a half step lower? Crazy line. I'll be back. Gotta go finish the vid for Ben. No problem, man. We're in the middle of we're deep in it now. We are deep in it. Only the real ones sticking around for me transcribing Trey Hensley's weirdness. I think I hear that. I gotta hear it again, man. I feel like there's some key note I'm missing. There it is. Goes back up. Keena Lee, I think you are already a member. Thanks for renewing your membership. Same with Richard Saltis. We're just getting a bunch in a row. It always happens at the exact same time. Is it just 7 p.m. on stream? Everyone's membership renews. Another one. What is this craziness? I don't think it's ever been this many before in a row. Will we get another? I'm gonna have to turn off our stream updates. There's another one. Everyone's membership is just renewing for the month. Well, thank you all. Thank you, David John Skinner. I think that's it. What a weird thing. That's hilarious. Okay, so I hear like super quick slide down. I love that they're still coming. Adam, thanks for becoming a member. Oh, Adam, you are a new member. You are now one of the repeats. You were trying to sneak in there like a replicant. Thanks for becoming a member, Adam. I'm glad that the torrent of people renewing their memberships inspired you to be a member. I appreciate it, brother. I'm found it brown now. Alright, I think we might have to call it on this one. Just because I see everyone moving on. And when you guys move on, I know you're bored. There's the first couple lines of what is an awesome break. I had a little FOMO. No worries, Adam. All right, guys. This is one that I think we got to come back to. just because like my main goal of being on here and doing this thing is to entertain. And if I see people not entertained, I can't keep going, not in good conscience. So let's label this one real quick. We'll save our work, and then let's do something else. Whoever suggests this, also awesome suggestion, because this is like my favorite stuff. Like if it was just me hanging out here and I wasn't streaming, this is the kind of thing I'd be transcribing. Also, I should say, just like always, that if you guys want like early copies of the transcriptions, either you can get in the Discord or you can just shoot me an email, help@lessonswithmarcel, and I'll give out like early copies of the transcriptions before they make it on the website. Otherwise, it takes me a little bit to get them on the site. Anyway, guys, come on back. Come on back. We're not transcribing something. Let's hang out. Any tips on how to catch yourself if you absolutely bomb and lose your place? Yeah, man. My big thing is that if you totally bomb and lose your place, I would not go for the same lick again. You see this kind of like ego-based thing that players do where they like bomb a lick and then they try to hit the lick again, like, oh, if I just had a second chance, like I'll hit it. And it's not worth it. Don't bother doing that. What's actually I think better is to just like stop, take your breath, whatever beat you need, and then continue on. Don't be ashamed of that. There's nothing wrong with that. Of like hitting a wall and then catching your bearings and continuing on strong. It's not that big a deal. I think what creates the bigger train wreck is when you try to rectify it by like nailing the thing that you messed up on. Let it go. It's already done. Also, a lot of times, this might be more personal advice, but at least for me, I have a much easier time looking at hands than necessarily like just being in my whole head, just listening, being one with the music. I find that kind of difficult. Maybe it's because I'm a more visual person or something, but like if I need to find where the beat is immediately, like I've lost my spot and I've messed up the break, I'm immediately trying to see like a mandolin player's hands or like a bass player's hands, because they're going to tell me where the one or the and is. They're going to help me like get back on immediately. And that's something that you see a lot with people who get off time. Like if you've ever been in a jam where a bass player has gotten on the wrong beat, they have a really hard time fixing it because there's no other bass player that they can look at to like get the right answer from. They have to like come to that conclusion themselves. I think that happens with a lot of people when they mess up their breaks and they bomb out, is like they have to find the solution, and they could just find it up here in their brain, or they could just like check their references. Like you have other people playing that are going to tell you where the boom is and where the check is, so why don't you go look at them? They'll give you the answer. Maybe that seems silly, but it's true. That's what I would do. What's another song we could sing? Let's do like a classic. What about I'm not gonna get all these words, but I'll get some of the words to Why don't you play your other guitar? I'll play my other guitar. I play this one a lot more when I'm like, actually gigging and stuff. I think the fact that I can, I really don't take that other one out of the house, means that when I'm in the house, I want to play that one more. Tuning is a little fishy, eh? is open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds, the ink stains that have dried up on sunlight. That keeps you on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, the smiling ever gentle on the moon. And it's not clinging to the rocks and I've you planted on some column now that bites me. Oh, what somebody said because they thought now we fit together walking. Well, it's just knowing that the world will not be cursing or forgiving as I walk along some railroad track and find that you're walking on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, but smiling ever gentle on the moon and on the moon. Through the wheat fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards and the highways come between us. Some other woman's cried to her mother, she turned and I was gone. And yeah, I still may run in silence, tears of joy may stain my face, the summer sun may burn me till I'm blind. But not to where I cannot see you walking on the back roads by the rivers flowing gentle on the moon. And I tip my cup of soup back from a boiling crackling cauldron in some train yard. Oh, my feet are a cold pile and a dirty half bulldog across my face. And through cupped hand run a tin can, I pretend to hold you to my breast and find that you're walking on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, smiling ever gentle on the moon, on the moon. I actually got all the words. I didn't think I'd do it. How much is that guitar? This guitar isn't as much as you think. It's got the inlays like it's a, like it's a 45 or something, but it's not. This is a guitar that Martin did right when the Aura pickup system came out. So they called this the DC Aura, the Dreadnought Cutaway Aura. And it's kind of a 16, but it's got a bunch of these like inlays and stuff that you associate these like hexagon inlays you associate with like the 42 or 45 or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of a weird guitar. The logo's an inlay as well. I actually paid significantly less for it because when I found it at a Guitar Center, it was mislabeled. I don't remember what they had it marked as, but whatever it was some like $1,500 less than what it should have been marked, because this is not only a DC Aura, but it's actually a DC Aura custom, so it has something different about it, but who knows. But yeah, they're cool guitars. This has been my gigging guitar for a long time. The Aura pickup is just a beautiful sounding pickup. Like, it legitimately sounds like a real guitar, and it's got all these mic profiles built in that you can move between that sound like different microphones. It's remarkable, honestly. So I've loved this guitar for a long time. This other one that I play, well, you can't plug it in. but I much prefer the sound of it for, you know, just sitting here at my desk. I enjoy this one, so I play it more often. Yeah. I play an HG28. Nice, man. See, I'm not, you know, like the D28 is like the, you know, like the bluegrass guitar. And I'm not a big 28 guy. So I love this one, which is a 35. Like I said, that one's somewhere between a 16 and a 40 something, but yeah. Peterson sings John on My Mind. I bet they do. I bet Julianne sings it a lot better than I do as well. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Let me bust out another one, capo 3 in the D shape. Let's see if I can make it happen. With these Highway 40 blues, I've worn holes in both my shoes, counting the days since I've been gone, and I long to see the lights of home, but wasting time and money too, and squandering youth in search of truth, but in the end I had to lose. Lord, I've up and paid my dues. I've got them Highway 40 blues. The highway called when I was young and told me lies of things to come, and fame and fortune lied ahead. That's what the billboard lights to say. And shattered dreams, my mind is numb. My money's gone, stick out my thumb. My eyes are filled with bitter tears. I ain't been home in years. Got them Highway 40 blues. You know I rambled all around like a rolling stone from town to town. Met pretty girls, I'd have to say, and none of them could make me stay. I played the music halls and bars, and fancy cars and big fine cars, things a country boy can use. Dixieland, I sure miss you. Them Highway 40 blues. That's a great tune. I gotta lock all those lyrics in up here, but I love that tune. What else we got? It's my first Martin. I got nothing else to go off, but I like it. Yeah, dude, the D28, like, they're solid guitars. You know, you can get picky, and everyone's gonna tell you that, like, you got to get a good one and all that stuff, but like, yo, they're good guitars. I'm about to buy a D28 Modern Deluxe. Look at you. I picked it up from a local pawn shop for a little less than $2K. Yeah, you did good, man. You riding that Tesla stock to the moon? I love that. I love my D35. It's as old as yours, but broke down a few years ago. And bought a HG28V. Oh. Yeah, I might just take the right one. Love Tyler and Ricky's version of this. I know that blew my mind when I saw Tyler Childers singing with Ricky Skaggs on that one. I like the OG Ricky Skaggs recording, probably because I've just heard that one more. Did you formally learn to sing, or is it pretty natural for you? Michael, Mark, that is a great question. So first of all, I don't consider myself a singer or anything. I'm a very reluctant singer. You know, people are like asking me or begging me to sing a tune because there aren't any other singers around. But I don't prefer to do it. I don't super enjoy it. And I couldn't sing in tune until I was maybe 16. And I think that has to do with my hearing loss. For anyone that doesn't know, I know most of you probably already do, but I wear hearing aids in both ears, and I have since I was like 6. But I have like a genetic condition. My father has it too, And one of the bones in our ear doesn't vibrate very well, doesn't conduct vibrations very well, and so we have this hearing loss. It's called otosclerosis. And yeah, I had a really hard time hearing my own voice, hearing the music, trying to match pitches. It's just something I couldn't do for forever. And something clicked around the time that I hit 16, and I started to be able to sing in tune at least a little bit. Any singing before then was really hard, you know. And I was already recording stuff too, so I would like sit in in the basement where I had my recording stuff set up, and I would do like hundreds of takes trying to sing in tune. And I could tell if it was in tune or not. I just couldn't make my voice do it. So yeah, it took a lot of work for me to figure it out, but I never really worked on the skill. So did you formally learn to sing? I mean, I practiced the hell out of it when I was a kid because it bothered me that I couldn't do it. But at this point, I really don't work on it, and that probably shows. I probably should work on it more, and I'd probably be a better singer. That's a good question, though. That's a really good question. Yeah, people seem to ask that. I don't know what the fascination is with someone being a natural at something, but people ask those questions a lot, and let me just cut all those off. I'm a natural at nothing. None of this was easy. All of it was really difficult, and when I was starting, I had friends that were better than me at all of this. I'm a strong believer in you just have to work harder than everyone else around you, and it'll show eventually. But yeah, there's a lot of my friends that play bluegrass are kind of like born into bluegrass, or they've been playing it from a super young age. I cannot identify with that. I don't know what that feels like. Some of them are excellent musicians, but man, that is not my experience. My experience is like, oh no, everyone's better than me. What do I do? How do I make it better? And it's like you hang out in your room and you try to sing a tune into a microphone for like 6 hours. Yeah. You definitely have a usable range though. I'm currently capped at middle C. Really? I think most men can sing higher than they think they can. They just have to push more air out. So you see that a lot where people don't think they can sing, like if you're playing in G, people don't think that they can hit some of these notes. What's a good example? Last stream I sung Little Girl Mine in Tennessee. Well, a long, long time ago. So a long, 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 long time ago, I left my home to roam. Yeah, right. So that melody kind of sits in between down in the hills, down, down, down. Yeah, right. So it kind of sits in between like G up to maybe like E. So that's probably around like that tough spot for you. And I see a lot of guys that say that like E or D, kind of in that range where you are, is like the highest note they can hit. And they can hit more if they push out more air, for sure. A long, long time ago, when I left my home to go down in the hills of Tennessee, was the sweetest little girl that was ever in this world. The girl in mine in Tennessee. That little girl in mine in Tennessee, I know she's waiting there for me. So now I'll settle down in that little country town. That little girl in mine in Tennessee. I think you could probably do it, man. Anyway. Sorry, just banging out a quick verse and chorus. Legit, I'm 17. Hopefully that's just a weird stage for my vocal cords in right now. That is true. Like for men, our voice does change. Our voice drops at some point. And women don't have to deal with that. And that's why you see a lot of women that are better natural singers, their voice never changes. And I had never thought of that or really put that together until my choir teacher told me that. But it's true. Generally, men got to step up their game. And it's because they have a hard time singing because their voice changes. It's funny. It's cool when you see a singer who's a real musician and understands the music and also has a fantastic voice. Like Lindsay Lou could sing around the beat, notes, and improvise. Yeah, totally. Like when they actually use their voice as an instrument, I mean, not just, like I said, reluctant singer over here. I'm kind of a hack. I can play the guitar, not much of a singer. That's different than someone who like really understands how music works and can sing the hell out of something. I'm sure you've answered this 1,000 times, but how old were you when you started playing, and what drove you to bluegrass specifically? Yeah, sure, man. So I probably started playing drums when I was like 9 or 10. And like learning my very first things on a drum set. And then, I played, drums and percussion in middle school. I did like marching band. And then in high school, I joined choir, I joined orchestra. I did a bunch of after school things as well, like men's choir. I composed music for a school play, blah, blah, blah. After high school, like it just blows up. It's kind of the only thing that I do. But yeah, I started when I was a young kid, and my father was a drummer too. So he hadn't had a drum set for a long time, and it was really exciting when he got a drum set and he brought one into the house. We hadn't really had an instrument hanging around the house, so we all wanted to play around on the drum set. And then for guitar, I think my brother had a girlfriend break up with him, and he ended up buying a guitar thinking he was going to learn how to play guitar. And when he gets distracted by video games, I'd sneak away with the guitar and I'd learn how to play some stuff. And that's how it went. And I think that when he left for college and he was no longer around, but there was still a guitar in the house, that's when I kind of boomed. There was no longer this weird, like, playing the guitar when he's not around thing or anything. I used to play the guitar all the time, and that's when it kind of boomed for me. I didn't find bluegrass until I was like 19 or 20, and I had found a big collection of bluegrass tunes, and it kind of resonated with, with some of the life story that I had already been through. See, my mom just said, "I think you're a great singer." Thanks, Mom. I think that, the bluegrass mythos kind of comes from this missing the farm, right? Why did I leave my plow in the fields, look for a job in the town? I'm on my way back to the old home. Someday I'll wander back. There's all of this like, oh, at some point I'm going to get there. It's going to be like it was, but it never is that way currently, right? They're always singing about how they wish it could have been that way. And my family had a farm when I was young. My father grew flowers, and they had a little business that they ran on our property. And so I feel that way. I feel like I miss the farm. I wish that it could be the way that it used to be. And I think that's what drew bluegrass to me. I think the thematic character of the songs was exciting. So then I asked myself, all right, what do I have to do to play bluegrass? Well, I have to learn how to improvise on guitar. Okay, well, let's crack that one open. Let's try to figure out how that works. But it was the songs that brought me in more than the impressive guitar work or something like that. That certainly isn't what did it for me. I treat vocals like I do the guitar. Break it down, slow it down, learn the tricks note by note. That's a great way to look at it, Adam. That's the work that I should probably do, that you're actually doing. Just a little falsetto. My falsetto has gone, more and more away from years of the tobacco abuse. and I'm not a smoker. Don't take that the wrong way. I don't regularly smoke, but every now and then you have a cigar or something, and yeah, I feel like my falsetto has gone away from that, which is weird. Maybe that's just something that everyone experiences, but in high school, I wouldn't have trouble like singing like the high part of Dream On, for instance, like the Aerosmith thing. Like I could screech my way all the way up there, and nowadays when I try to do it, just nothing comes out. So I suppose my voice is just changing again. But yeah. Well, guys, we've been hanging out for a couple hours. I think it's about that time. I think we might have to call it for the night. It was kind of an early stream. I thought I was going to get started streaming even earlier, but I ended up not doing that. Someone had actually suggested a transcription in the Discord, and I'd forgotten that I had already done it. So I was going to start early to get that done. How do you sing if you also want to wear a mask? You gotta ask Trey Hensley, man. He's always wearing one of those Halloween masks. If you're not talking about that, I see, honestly, like it jams around here and bluegrass situations around here. I see a lot of people pull their masks down to sing. I don't know if that's smart or good or anything, but that's what I see a lot of people doing. Do you like to practice to a metronome or a backing track? Shout out to Strum Machine. Strum Machine is an awesome product where you can browse a huge collection of bluegrass and old-time tunes. You can change what key you're in, where you're capoed, what instruments are in your backing ensemble, and jam along to them to your heart's content. By the way, not sponsored by Strum Machine. This is the second time I've mentioned them in the stream, but they have paid me nothing for these sponsored ads. I don't play along to a metronome all the time. I did a lot more when you see my little metronome there on my lamp there. That guy started getting a little crooked. He doesn't feel the beat quite on anymore. But when I had him, I used to play along with him a lot more because it was like actually having a jam buddy, like something physical there. When it's on my phone, I do it less. On my like desktop computer here with Strum Machine, I use that quite a bit for fiddle tunes. But for singing stuff, I don't do a lot of that, not anymore at least. I worked with a choir teacher who told me that the Diet Cokes ruined my range. Yeah, if you're having like 30 Diet Cokes a day, that's probably not good. It's the carbonation. Ain't good for you. All right, guys. I'm calling it. I'm heading out. I thank you all so much for showing up for the stream. If you want anything we worked on today, all you gotta do is email me. You know what to do. Definitely consider joining the Discord. The link is down below. I think that's all I got for you. We'll have more videos coming out soon. You all have a great evening. I'm gonna go, I don't know, lay on the couch. I'm just gonna go hang out. I'll see y'all later.
So I'll do a count to lead it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Astronaut helmets or whatever. There's some people that like a tighter sound. Now, the instrument is very well balanced. The other instrument that I have is one that I've played, I think, more than I have any other. The instrument is very well balanced. It's a custom-made ovation. If I were you, I wouldn't take a prejudice to guitars that have plastic backs. Tighter sound. Tighter sound. Tighter sound. It drifts away from the norm. Sounds very much like a dreadnought. Tighter sound. 1, 2, 3, 4. tighter sound. Tighter sound. Feel free to experiment around with it. A couple of things I should mention now is that, first off, neither the rhythm through there nor the improvising part over the rhythm were what I would consider the ideal, but I think you